Hey, what's going on, working class hustlers? Are you using the software Tactical Arbitrage, or maybe you're interested in using that software in order to find products that you can source and sell on Amazon using the arbitrage business model? Good, because that's what we talk about. And if you follow the channel, you'll notice when I talk about setting up your search, I always encourage you to go wide. Here's the thing though, when you go wide, now you've got search results that could easily be hundreds of pages. So how do you sift through all of that data? Because just looking at it, it's very daunting. Here's the solution. You're going to filter your filters. That's right. Once you use your filters, when you set up the initial search, well, guess what? When you're actually looking at the search results, well, you can filter that down even further right on the page. As a matter of fact, every particular item, every field that you could be looking at when you query, you could actually filter that right in the search results. So, and what's going to be great about this is you don't have to be so concerned and you don't have to get yourself all worked up about getting the search filters just right at the time that you're setting up the search. As a matter of fact, like I said, go wide. You can always filter down once you are viewing your results. And I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So let's get going. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go.
Okay, hustlers. So we are inside of my tactical arbitrage at the dashboard right now, and we're not going to get into a lot of that because we got videos that get all into that. As a matter of fact, as a quick aside, if you're a little overwhelmed with the software, we do have the Lightning series. Go ahead and check that out. And the reason you would want to watch that is because you really want to go ahead and get your searches going, particularly if you're under your 10-day free trial. If you use the link down in the description, that is my affiliate link, you will get a full 10-day free trial. So let's just get into it because, as we said in the intro, this is not just about the filters in the search. This is about filtering the filters. So in other words, when you're looking at your search results, you can filter from there. The advantage is you don't have to filter so deep at the time you're putting together the search. In fact, it's actually better because you won't miss certain things. You get more to sift through, if you will. So watch what happens. We're going to go into the search manager. I think we already got a tab open. Yeah, so under search manager, you've got these different tabs. We're not going to get into a lot of that right now, but let's just say between your queued and your completed, we're going to stay in the queued, and you can see we have 9 searches queued. Now, what I'm looking at real quick, I'm just looking at the number of products that have been added based on our search criteria. So we see 4, we see 4. Now look at under this target search, and you notice how I named my search. I named it with the different categories under target that I wanted to use. If you know the software, you can only have up to 500 categories per search. So you've got health, you've got home, you've got household essentials. Let me just click on that and see if there was anything more. No. Now, you've got 1,205 results in there already. So watch what happens. Mind you, when we set up the search, we had certain filters in place, but I'm very loose with my filters, and now you're going to see why. Watch this. We're going to click View the Data, and watch what happens. Now, you want to make sure right away, when you see this 1,205 over 22,641, that is saying out of all of my product searches, okay, product searches is where you search a particular store. Out of all of my searches across the different stores that Tactical Arbitrage will search, there are 22,641 items that met my criteria. Okay, so when you come over and you see that there should be 1206, when you go to view the data, you want to make sure that 1206 is available. For whatever reason, it's 1205. That's fine. But here's what I want you to look at. You've got 25 pages worth of results. That's a lot of pages to go through. You really don't need that many. So there's a couple of things that you want to filter right on the page. Okay. So for example, you could click, if you notice these little magnifying glasses, okay, this is all under target, so we don't want to worry about that one. But you could look and you could search by sales rank. You could go by the 90-day sales rank. I mean, there's just every column that is available to view, you can filter that. So what I like to do is, for me, estimated monthly sales needs to be at least 10. I need to know that at least 10 items are selling per month. And if I could get my numlock to come on, okay. Now watch what happens. You see 25 pages worth of work. But when we apply this, that may change. So we'll let that go a bit. And it looks like it stayed the same. So every result already had that based on the filters that we had set when we performed the search. Sometimes that changes. What about this? Under price. This is the price that you're going to pay from the store that you're searching. Maybe I don't want to pay more than say $30. So I would put up to 30. And again, we've got 5. Now you're down to 17. Okay. Now, what about profit? How much gross profit? Not after tax, not after shipping and none of that. What is the gross profit I want to make? Let's say I wanted to make at least $5, and they can go as high as it can get. Now you're down to 8 pages. So you see how as you start to filter, okay, I like a certain return on investment. I like at least 10%, but for the sake of this, let's say you wanted at least 20%. Okay, it's doing its thing, and perhaps that stayed. What if you wanted at least 30? So this got some good results because everything has at least that amount. That's pretty good. Let's see some other columns that you might want to look at. You definitely want it to be in stock. Now, this isn't always going to be accurate because things are changing all the time. But you could filter that. That's definitely one that I want. Another one that a lot of people might not think about, number of sellers. If there's only one, even up to say 3 sellers, sometimes that could mean that it is only the brand owner as well as Amazon selling, and you could run into some IP complaints. But at the end of the day, this is pretty much the filters that I like to use. And again, this is filtering your filters, so to speak, because what you did was you set some filters at the time that you set up the search. But then once you get those results, remember, you can further filter down. And get this, the system is going to remember this so that the next time you go back over into your we're in the search manager. Watch what happens if we want to look at another search. Okay, so this one is a multi-store search. Barnes and Nobles, Best Buy, and Kohl's. Now watch what happens when you've got 181 products added. But when you go click review, now look at what it asks you before you do anything. This is gonna actually base these results on the last on-page filters that you had set. So what I would do is once I set those filters, those are the same filters I want to apply to all of my results. So instead of resetting the filters, I will go ignore. Now you could toggle this off if you don't want to see this all the time. But I like to be reminded that I have certain on-page filters set because I may want to take them off or change them. But in this case, I would ignore, and boom, Now, let's unpack that. What we're saying is this. This search had 181 items that met our criteria. But when we went in, out of that 181, we're only being shown 69 because we further filtered, right? We filtered the filter. right? And then from there, it gets even better. You know what you could do? You could click on your extension, which is Tactical Forecaster, and look what happens. Everything that you're able to sell comes up in green. Everything that you cannot sell comes up in red, and that will save you even more time, right? Why would you want to bother clicking on this just so that it could say you need approval? Okay, so that's that, guys. Now, what you want to do is, again, like we said before, if you're not familiar with the software, this isn't going to be enough for you. You're going to want to watch the entire Lightning series. But even if you just watch one, you're ready to go. You can get a search started. Time is ticking, especially when you're on your free trial period. What you want to do is get the most out of that. Guys, take advantage of all of the resources down in the description. We've got an entire all types of things for you, not just the Lightning series. You've got the videos that teach you how to evaluate my 7 steps to picking a winning product. Using all this data means nothing if you don't know how to sift through it, if you don't know how to see how products set up, if you don't know how to recognize based on the data, if you don't know how to make good choices. That's what this is all about. This software is not going to tell you what to buy. This software is going to put data in front of you, and you need to know how to interpret the data. So watch both of those videos. Take the Lightning course. We've got the newbie cheat sheet. I mean, there's just so much going on, guys. Go down in the description of this video. Get going. And also, before I go, if you need to connect with me, text the words Working Class Hustler to the number on your screen or down in the description. It's absolutely free. If you need to contact me, not a problem. We can get those quick questions answered for you. Guys, some of you guys have paid money for courses and you can't contact the actual person to ask them those quick questions that we all have. So take advantage of all of that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.